I'm Bree the Plant Lady, and today I am collecting hellebore flowers so that I can float them in arrangements. Now remember, the main reason I do this is to prevent seed set, because hellebores in central North Carolina do have the capacity to become a bit invasive, and I am trying to avoid that, but I do enjoy having them in the garden. So this is my approach to striking a balance between a non-native that seeds a lot and fulfilling my dreams as a home gardener. So I'm going to go ahead and get busy collecting all of the blooms that you see behind me. Well, you can see I've got a full bowl. I still have tons more flowers to harvest, but I'm going to go ahead and start floating right here in my sunny driveway. And I've got two small vessels that hold water. In the summertime, I grow rice in these pots, but in the winter, they're perfect for floating arrangements. They're filled with fresh water, and yes, they are out here in full sun, and that will be a determining factor for how long your floating arrangements will last. The warmer it is, and the warmer the water gets, the faster the plants decompose. So if you're in a really cold climate, that's actually better because your floating arrangements will last a lot longer. Remember, I only do floating arrangements in the winter season because here in North Carolina, it's so hot during the summer that basically everything would melt and I wouldn't even get a full day of enjoyment out of these. So this for me is a wintertime activity. All right, now it's time to start floating. And remember, because this is my method for eliminating hellebores from setting seed, not all of the flowers are going to look perfect. And that's okay. Those blooms can go into the compost pile. Let me give you an up-close view so that you can see better what I'm trying to explain. Well, you can see the hellebores are really pretty when they have all of their stamens still on. This is before they've been pollinated, so there's no seed set. Now, in contrast, you can see here is a flower that's a bit further ahead, and all the stamens have dropped off, and what you see are the fertilized ovaries starting to get larger. That means that they've been pollinated and seed is starting to grow. And that's precisely why I want this off of the plant. Now you can totally float this, but because I have so many flowers, I'm going to go ahead and plan to put any flowers that look like this into the discard pile, just because I want to make these arrangements look absolutely fantastic. And out here in the driveway, I decided to do this whole pot with doubles, and I absolutely love how it looks. And in contrast, I did this whole one singles, and I really like the combination of the pure whites with the ones that have the nice purple mottling in the center. What do you think of this beautiful mixed color combo? And as you can see, I kept the ones with fresh stamens. That will actually benefit pollinators who come to visit. They can get some nectar and they can get a fresh drink of water. But you can see I've still got plenty. I could make another one, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and just put these old blooms into the compost where they won't be able to continue setting seed. Well, of course, I love making floating flower arrangements. It's definitely my favorite way to see the garden in the winter season. But more importantly, this is a really good strategy for managing a plant that could have an invasive habit. So it's not just hellebores that you can apply this to. It can be anything that has a seedy habit that you're trying to prevent. Instead of just discarding the blooms, you can float them and enjoy them in a beautiful way that's super unique for your own garden. And it will still benefit your local pollinators. So I do hope that you will be inspired by this video and try the practice of making a floating flower arrangement so that you can get the same joy as me. Well, as always, thanks so much for watching, everybody, and happy gardening.